A thread by Carlos Osuita. President Trump has a message for Jake Tapper. Link in the thread. YouTube. Don't let the coronavirus dominate your life. Jake, darling, you haven't had COVID 19. Trump has. So you're in no position to tell him how to react to this anymore. Pass Trump's message on to this thing. If you can't bear to talk to it, I understand. I can't even bear to look at it. At any rate, Jake, time to shut your mouth on what Trump says about the disease. He's 74 years old, at far greater risk than you. If he's upbeat, you damn well can be too. Do you criticize FDR for telling us that we have nothing to fear but fear itself? Somebody posted the ravings of that hideous, teeth bearing CNN entity raving that Trump was somehow wrong to show the world that he isn't at death's door. Jake, do you understand that if Trump ran things the way leftists like you wanted, you yourself would end up paying for it? A leader shows the world confidence, not gutless soy boy, beta male fear and weakness. Not even Barack Obama projected fear. He talked a good game but never followed through. That's normal for leftists. All you people care about is rhetoric. You're so used to failure and weakness that you're threatened by confidence. How insane is that? The world is full of people who want to murder you, Jake. They don't differentiate between you and Trump. As weak and frightened as you present yourself, our enemies are still out to get you. How many jolly peaceniks were beheaded when they tried to hitchhike around the Middle East to prove that there's no such thing as bad people? See, you are the bigot, Jake. When people say Islamist terrorists, they don't mean all Muslims. If invited, I'd go to Saudi Arabia and the UAE in a heartbeat. Soon, I'll be able to say that about Sudan. I won't go to Mexico. Why not? It's too dangerous. Does that mean all Mexicans are dangerous? Nope. My city is 98% Mexican. When I go out, I don't even think about danger. These are Americans like me. They go to Mexico because they know the country. I don't know the country. If my eye doctor's office manager invited me to Mexico on one of her trips to see her grandparents, I'd go. But I wouldn't go by myself. See how I can use my brain to figure out which people and which situations are fine and which aren't? I was born and raised in Venezuela. It was a lawless country. Our oil camp was protected by Venezuelan armed security. We knew them all by name. They protected us diligently because they were honorable and they made great livings. They were paid well. Jake, rich leftists and globalists turn illegal Mexicans into slaves. Children disappear into houses of horror. Maids are paid next to nothing. Gardeners are paid next to nothing. I have a very skilled gardener. He was hit hard by the pandemic, so I increased his fee. After laying off everyone in his business, he's hiring again. I've kept the fee higher than before. It's called caring. Have you ever done anything like that in your entire life, Jake? When the pandemic hit, I began eating out exclusively to help all the restaurateurs. Finally, they're hiring again. Leftists talk. Trump and I act. The Venezuelan security in our oil camp were taken care of so well that they were able to become middle class. They trained young replacements and went off to start their dream businesses. The cycle began again. The evil oil companies raised thousands out of poverty. We fled Venezuela in 1972 after the government forcibly nationalized the oil industry. All the Venezuelans quit in protest. So the federal police tried to force the Americans, Trinidadians, and Dutch to stay. My father tricked the cops and we got out. Look at Venezuela now. Jake Tapper land. Poverty, filth, disease, and violence. Like all Democrat run cities in the US. You guys put the final nail in Joe Biden's political coffin by attacking Trump when he was sick. I don't expect you to stop, Jake, but someone has to tell you that you're in no position to criticize Trump about how he talks about COVID 19. He survived it. So shut up and tell Miss Thing for me. Imagine not knowing that you come across as a monster when you're trying to look warm and friendly. The mind boggles, Jake. It really does.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.